So,
I was
Hello, everyone. My name is Mervyn Salmi, and welcome to the podcast. And I'm joined here with Charles and his business partner. So, would you like to introduce yourself?
okay. So, like I said, my name is Steve Siagekona. I'm from Monrovia, Liberia. I'm the executive director of Forbish Liberia. Forbish Liberia is an environmental organization aimed to plant 1 million coconut trees along the coastal region of Liberia. Yes.
Thank you very much. And Charles, would you like to introduce yourself as well?
Hello, everyone. My name is Charles W. Morgan Jr. from Monrovia, Liberia. I'm a climate justice activist. I am a UN Sustainable Development Goals advocate, and I'm the co-founder for Beach Liberia and the program lead. Our dream and our goal is to plant 1 million coconut trees in the 9 coastal counties of Liberia to protect the most vulnerable coastal communities from the adverse effects of climate change. And I'm honored to be on the show. Thank you.
Thank you. So getting me to the first question. First question is, what is your biggest dream and when did you first realize it? So, Steve, if you would like to answer that.
Okay. So, uh, my biggest dream is to be one of the biggest environmentalists around the world and wish to plant 1 million coconut trees in Liberia along the non-coastal counties of Liberia. That is my bigger dream, to plant 1 million coconut trees along the coastal region of Liberia.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And Charles?
Yeah, my biggest dream is to plant 1 million trees in Liberia and subsequently to expand from 1 million to maybe 2 million and to keep going on to achieve this by building, by planting more trees and by protecting the coastal areas to ensure that these vulnerable communities are protected.
Thank you. So, what would your dream look like if you woke up in it tomorrow?
Oh, please repeat.
What would your dream look like if you woke up in it tomorrow? So, let's say you got all the trees, what would it look like?
Okay. So our dream is to plant 1 million coconut trees. So if we'll be able to achieve this tree, we'll be able to reduce CO2 from Liberia, and Liberia will be one of the beautiful countries within Africa. Like seeing 1 million trees along the coastal belt where people can come and cut off coconut to drink water, to make a lot of different things. So this is one of my bigger dreams to be able to achieve that.
Great dream. Thank you. Charles, what would it look like if you woke up in it tomorrow?
If we were to achieve this, it would be like paradise because having 1 million trees along the coast, it will definitely beautify the beach. It will also protect the vulnerable communities. It will also serve as a livelihood for community dwellers that families can be able to sell the coconut and send their children to school, that people can be able to drink the coconut water, that tourists can be able to come to Liberia and enjoy the beach and sit under the cool, enjoy the cool breeze and sit under the tree, maybe hang some hammock and be able to swing and enjoy the beautiful beach that Liberia have. And it will also protect our beach and our heritage from being wiped away and from being destroyed.
Okay, so who or what inspired this dream? So, who inspired you to have this dream?
Okay, so for me, like I said, I'm an environmentalist. So after being studying at the university, because I have a bachelor degree in environmental science. So after being studying environmental science at the university, I was able to get inspired by planting trees to help to reduce CO2 from the atmosphere and to be able to reduce coastal erosion within Liberia. Yes, so that's why inspired me to be able do this work.
Thank you. And Charles?
Yeah, I was inspired to do this by firstly seeing the need, because Liberia, as a coastal country, have 9 coastal counties, and many of our communities along the coast are being wiped away every day on a daily basis. Areas like West Point, areas like Newtown, and also personally, I've had families that have been affected. So these are some of the things, even though there are challenges that our people face on a daily basis, but they inspire me to work along with Steve to be able to solve some of these challenges, to take action to reduce these challenges that are faced.
Thank you. Okay, so how could achieving your dream help others?
So achieving a dream help others by partnering with others organization, partnering with friends, volunteers that will be able to help and learn from us, because now we are all in the learning process because learning cannot end. So in this case, we all be able to learn and be able to plant more trees within Liberia. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, it will also help others by protecting vulnerable communities, because just in 2014 alone, more than 1,000 people were displaced from coastal erosion, and up to now, many people are on the brink of being displaced and their homes are on the brink of being eroded. So it will help to protect families from displacement. It will also help to protect the environment, help to protect the beaches from being wiped away. It will also help um, regenerate ecosystem, and it will also help to boost tourism, to boost livelihood, and also to enhance families that they will also be able to make a living.
Great answer. Thank you very much. What's the biggest challenge you guys have faced on this journey?
Okay. So one of our bigger challenge is fund. We're trying to generate more funds to be able to work with other local partners, community-based organizations, volunteers to be able to achieve this dream. So this is one of the major challenge, which is fund. And second is that the country we find ourselves in, a lot of people don't support you when you want to achieve things. We are in Liberia, and we pray to God every day that we can be able to work together as a team to be able to achieve this goal. So, those are some of the challenges we are facing. And sometimes too, when we plant the coconut trees, some of the disadvantaged youth can go and root it up, take it from there and go and sell. So it's one of our bigger challenge, especially the disadvantaged youth come around and be able to take the coconut samplings that we put into the ground on leaf, and this is some of the most challenge that we always face in funds. Yeah, so this is it.
Thank you for sharing. And Charles, would you like to answer?
Yes, to add to what Steve said, funding is one of the main challenge, because to be able to achieve our dream, we'll need to get more coconut trees, and also resources, as in technological resources. These are some of the challenges that we face, and also bureaucracy too. Tokenism, the lack of support from what you call it, the willpower from lack of support from government and other groups. So also everybody want to do things in fragmentations. So the lack of collaboration also is a challenge, but mainly it's the funding and the technological resources
Okay, so hopefully we can make that happen with the funding, because this also ties with my question later on. I've also set up my own like GoFundMe for this whole podcast to see if I can also help fund other people's street. So what kept you guys going when you felt like giving up? Charles, would you like to answer?
Come again?
What kept you guys going when you felt like giving up?
For me, what kept me going is motivation from my mom, and also the team that I have, the team that we have around us, very supportive. Sometimes when we face these challenges, our team always motivate us, and also there are also good people like supporters who always motivate us to keep going and to keep doing what we do.
Thank you. Okay, so what's a powerful lesson you've learned along the way?
Come again?
What's a powerful lesson you've learned along the way?
Wow, a powerful lesson I learned along the way is start with what you have, take the first step. The first step is always a challenge, but take the first step, have faith, take the leap of faith, and just go along with the journey. You will learn along the way, and you will also become better.
Thank you. Okay, so if fear wasn't a factor, what would you try?
If fear wasn't a factor, I would say I will tell all world leaders that they are wasting too much time. We just have 5 more years to 2030. And in Greta's voice, I would say that they are saying blah, blah, blah when there should be action. So there should be action instead of too much talking.
Definitely. Okay, so what do people often misunderstand about your journey?
Um, People often think that it's very much easy. And when people see the results, they think that it's just as easy as it looks, but they don't understand that sometimes we have to go to get the trees and long distances. Also the time to grow the trees, the time to water it, the time to look after it, the monitoring, evaluation, tracking, and so much more. People don't see that, but they just see only the videos, the pictures of the trees growing and the planting process. So it looks cool, but people don't understand that it's challenging.
Definitely. Thank you for sharing that. So how can people support your dream today, whether it's with, like you said before, funding or even just supporting your journey?
People can support our dream by following the work that we do on all platforms, by searching for Beach Liberia on all platforms, and also supporting through funding, through donations of technological resources. As I said, like things like computers, some office equipments, and also things that I need to track the trees. You understand? So these are some ways people can help, and also to support by checking out our platforms and by also sharing them so that more people can be aware of the work that we do, and that more people can also be aware of climate change and its impact on the environment.
Thank you. Okay, so the next question is, could you share a small act of kindness that changed your life?
I would say my mother motivation to me, and also I would say some good people that support our journey and in so many ways. What about appreciating what we do or by telling us thank you or by communities appreciating us and joining us in the process and also by others believing in our journey and believing in our vision and collaborating with us. So these are, they may seem small, but it's very pivotal and they are highly appreciated.
So, Steve, could you please share a small act of kindness that has changed your life?
Some of the things that have changed my life. Okay, so as a young man coming up, I've been into a lot of innovative ideas, helping and trying to develop Liberia through different means. So, like I said, I'm also a blogger. I run blog page in Liberia where I can be able to tell the world some stories about Liberia. And through the social media influenced me and have given me the knowledge and have changed my life so many ways, like meeting great people around the world, meeting people like you today through it have inspired me a lot every day of my life, seeing new people, connecting with new people. It is a privilege and I really appreciate you as a young man. So you too have changed my life too by meeting you and make building a connection with you through this Zoom. It have helped me a lot and it can make me to be able to explore more and more that people can see my work around the world. So that's it.
Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you for that. That's inspired me as well to keep pushing.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
so what's one way listeners can take action right now?
What?
So, what's one way listeners can take action right now to help you through your
Okay,
journey?
okay. So one of the way that the listener can help me is by helping our form funds that we can be able to run a project in our communities because our community are very vulnerable. A lot of youth in Liberia don't even have a ends meet, especially those who live along the coastal belt because those homes are being wiped away from sea erosion. Climate change has, make the life to be vulnerable. So some of the ways that you can help is, or people who watching or who viewing this platform can be able to help is by helping us with some funds that we can be able to do more work that we can inspire others to join us as a youth. That will inspire us a great. Yeah, it will help us a lot. Yeah.
Charles, you have anything to add on to what Steve has shared?
Yes, so as Steve mentioned, listeners can support, as I also already mentioned, through funding, also by sharing the work that we do, also by writing about us in blog posts, but also sharing about us and the work that we do on various platforms so that people around the world will understand that young people in Liberia are actually doing such great work and to change the stereotypes that people have about the youth in Liberia. So I would appreciate people sharing our work and also reading more about the work that we do.
Thank you for sharing. So, I guess you guys have touched on this question a little bit, but once you reach your dream, how will you give back?
Yeah, so for me, once we have achieved this dream of planting 1 million trees. We will give back basically through the tree itself, firstly by the tree producing fruits that is going to help communities through their livelihoods, that is going to help families to sell them to make a living, that is also going to protect families from being displaced or going to IDP camps. And also on this journey right now, as we are planting the trees, we are also doing capacity building. We are also paying it forward by enhancing the capacity of other people and other young people that they too can be able to share whatever knowledge that they learn with others. So we have been working with schools. We have visited several schools, sharing knowledge with students, also building their capacities, and also sharing awareness that they too can take action to protect the environment. So these are some ways that we have paid forward and look forward to continuously paying forward.
Amazing. Thank you. Steve, do you have anything to add on to that?
Yes, so like Charles said that we we paying it back to the society back to more awareness because education is one of the most important keys in life. You have to be educated. So we are giving back to communities, going to communities, be able to do awareness, educate those people who live in the community, create a climate clubs that we can be able to have for high school students because the country will fund a lot of things happen. But we as a young people, we're trying to help build this country, Liberia. So through this, the coconut will plant it and people can get a food from it. You can drink the water, you can sit on it to get a shade, like maybe with the sun hot, you go to get a good shade, you be able to sell the coconut to be able to get fund for yourself. So just praying that we should be able to achieve the dream and that people can be able to share this program that we are doing all around the world, that a lot of people can see the work that we at For Beach Lab are doing. So yeah.
Thank you very much for sharing.
Okay.
Okay, so what small act of kindness do you guys practice daily?
Active kindness. Yeah, so okay, Charles. So some of the active kindness we okay, you want to talk?
Well,
Okay, so some of the active practice we are trying to do is kindness. We are trying to do is sometimes we give back to the communities, having some fun. Sometimes we have or get together like if we from planting the trees, we buy foods, like call the kids around, talk to them, share because it says sharing is caring. So through this, we can be able to share with other people that we all can be able to be happy and be a good people within society. Yes.
Thank you. And Charles?
yes, also to add to what Steve said, some small act of kindness that we do every day is to also encourage other people, also to motivate other people, and also to just inspire other people because sometimes people look down on themselves. As you are talking about mental health, sometimes people have anxieties. So just to encourage a person and tell them that you are better, you are doing good, you are a good person. Um, Trust in yourself, keep believing, keep doing what you do. This small act of kindness it really inspires others to keep going forward.
Thank you. Okay, so if your guys' dream became a book or TV show, what would the title be?
For me, for me, if my dream was to be a book or TV show, the title would be Change Makers, Not Child Soldiers.
That's a really good one. And Steve?
So if I own a big TV, my dream will be how to achieve a 1 million coconut trees project. That would be my dream.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so what did you guys dream about as a child?
As a child, I dream about to be a good person, to live for my family, that we can be able to achieve a lot of good things as a young person, and to share with other people in the community who don't have, and to be able to educate. Like for me, I'm a teacher too. I have a degree in education. So to be able to teach other people going down to the smaller one, going talking to them about education, talking to them about to be a change or change person, to be somebody who will be good in society like you doing today, inspire them a lot. So that's what as a child coming up, I love to keep doing, to educate people more and more, that we can have a better society for today and tomorrow.
Thank you.
As a child growing up, I always thought that I was going to change the world and always believed, but I didn't know how. But now at this level now, I'm starting to understand how. So I actually am achieving what I believe in as a child, and we're still in the process and still trusting the process.
Thank you guys for sharing. Okay, so what would you guys' younger self say if they saw you now?
For me, my younger self will be proud of what I'm doing and will be happy because coming from so much challenges, growing up in being born during the Liberian Civil War and growing up through so much challenges, my younger self will be proud of what I'm doing today by turning these adversities into solutions and by also making change in my country and the world at large.
Good answer. Thank you. And Steve?
So as a younger child, first thing I always appreciate life, because once you get life, you get a hope. And this hope is to meet a lot of great people around the world tomorrow. So once I got life, is my major hope to get life every day, that I can be able to meet people, to change generation, to be positive, and to be able to move around the world as a young person. So that you know stuff. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that.
Okay.
So when you guys were younger, who inspired you guys to dream big?
So for me, I have a lot of people who I see like pushing forward to be who they want to be. So like I have somebody in my church, he called Natana Blama. He was the executive director for EPA. Is one of my person who I see. I got Uriah God uh in Wego UN. So those people I see make me to be inspired more. And secondly, seeing you two today make me to be inspired more, to do more work every day, that from the interview I can be able to get a bigger one today or tomorrow, and on a big TV. That was, like I can mention the person, say I talk with the person, and this is what we ought to achieve. Yes.
Thank you for sharing that. Charles?
Yes, for me, some people that inspire me in Liberia, former Liberian President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, she inspired me because she wrote a book called This Child Will Be Great. And it's about her humble beginning from being born in the rural part of Liberia to becoming the first female president in Liberia and in Africa, and also breaking barriers, and also becoming a Nobel Peace Prize winner, and also inspiring so many people around the world. Another person that inspired me again is Wangari Maathai from Kenya. She inspired me because she founded a Green Belt movement, which planted more than 40,000 trees in Kenya and other parts of East Africa. And in Liberia, another person that inspired me as a kid to do better and to become a best version of myself is Madam May Bright Yuri, the president of the Liberia National Tourism Association. Because I remember when I was much younger, I asked her, she was managing a farm, and I asked her where did she get the horses from, and she told me that she got them from North Africa. So I always had this dream and belief that to explore the world and to also have like a bigger version of a bigger picture of not just making impact in Liberia, but all around Africa and all around the world. So these are people that inspire me a lot. And also Steve too. Steve inspired me too to become a better person. And these are the people that inspire me.
Thank you guys for sharing. The next question is, what childhood memory shaped your guys' journey?
Uh, for me, tragic movement that shaped my journey was 2022. After I got up, after I went for a Thanksgiving service, and that coming home had an accident, and it brought me way down. And I pray to God that I should be able to step up and do more. So that's one of my tragic incident that happened to me, and it was on Thanksgiving Day. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Sorry that happened. And thank you for being open as well.
Okay.
Charles?
So an emotional moment that changed my life is, I would say, growing up during the Liberia Civil War and seeing young people at my age at the time having ammunitions when they should have been in school reading books, they were giving guns. So that really shaped my life to be able to change the narrative of the Liberian youth and the way the world view the young people of Liberia, and to also change the narrative from negative to positive. And I guess that is what we are doing right now.
Thank you. The next question is, what advice would you give to your younger self?
For me, I will advise myself to trust God, trust the process, keep believing, and to never take no for an answer, because when one door is closed, millions of doors are open.
Definitely. Thank you. And Steve?
Yes, like to believe in God, because when you believe in God, you can be able to achieve what you want to achieve. Yes. So that is it.
Definitely. And thank you for sharing that as well. So what's the funniest moment you've experienced on this journey?
What?
What's the funniest moment you've experienced on this journey?
The funnest movement through this journey was working along with people from West Point. If you hear about West Point, is one of the most polluted areas within Liberia, that were able to work with people from real lives, were able to work with community-based organization, were able to work with the town mayor for that. So like that day, it really inspired me. Like we had a lot of people that were able to work with, and it got me more to do more and more. Yes. So that is.
You had any moments where you've looked back on where you've come from to where you are now?
Yes. Every time I had a movement, like see the work I've been doing, sometimes I feel bad, like we don't have phone, we don't have a connection that will be able to build us to achieve this goal. So sometimes too, I feel like downhearted, like don't want to achieve it, but later on this spirit can come to me, say you have to put in more work, because nobody can fight for you. Your only person that can fight for you is yourself. So you have to put in more work and keep doing what you can do the best. Yes.
Thank you. And Charles, have there been any moments where you've like looked back on where you've come from to where you are now?
Come again?
Has there been any moments where you've looked back on where you've come from to where you are now?
Yeah, sure. There have been moments where I look back, and as I said, being as a young person, being so much adversity and coming to where I am right now, even even though I still have a lot more to do, but I appreciate God for taking me from where He has brought me and to where He taking me from where He took me from and where He has brought me and where He is taking me. So I appreciate God a whole lot, and also appreciate family and friends, supporters that have always been there by the way.
Thank you for sharing. Thank you. Okay, so the next question is if your life was a movie, so it's a little bit similar to the TV show, but if your life was a movie, what would it be called?
So if
If
my
my
life was
life
a
was a
movie,
movie, okay. Charles, go on. So, okay, so if my life was a movie, this movie would be called A Black African Child. So through this now, you'll be able to study who is this Black African child. Or if you are to watch the movie, you see, you like, oh, you see a Black African child. So let me watch the movie and see what the Black African child he want to achieve. So that will be the movie title, The Black African Child.
Thank you for sharing that. That's a good title. And Charles?
yeah, for me, if my life was a movie, it would be Change Makers, Not Child Soldiers. Because as I said, I'm on a mission to change the narrative of the way the world view the young people of Liberia. And I believe that the young people of Liberia today are change makers and not child soldiers. And we are changing that narrative. And so many young people in Liberia are doing so many great jobs. And this is the opposite to how things were about 21 to 22 years ago when our country was in dark time and still in crisis. So we have changed the narrative and we are still changing the narrative.
Thank you for sharing that. So we come to the last question now. So, if so, what song tells the story of your journey?
For me, what's the song that tells the story of my journey or the work that I'm doing is Michael Jackson Earth Song. So Michael Jackson's Earth Song is the song that tells it all. Heal the world.
That's a good song. Thank you. And Steve?
Yes. So like he said, or Heal the World. So it's one of my songs too I love because once we in this field as an environmentalist, we have to heal the world because a lot of temptation come, a lot of earthquake, or how you can call this climate change, that sea erosion. So through this now we have to be able to heal this world. So it's one of my favorite songs too. Yes.
Thank you very much. And thank you to all the listeners out there. And Charles and Steve, is there any last words you would like to share with the listeners before we end?
So my last
Yeah,
word for the listener, okay. So my last word for the listener would be let's make a change within the world, not just your country, but within the world. Let's make a positive change, not just a change, but a positive change. Yes.
Thank you. And Charles?
Come again, what's the question, please?
Is there any last words you'd like to share with the listeners?
Yeah, so basically, the parting comment for the podcast for today that I would like to tell the listeners is to always take a little action, even if it seems small. There is no action that is too small. It's going to have a ripple effect. Also, um, take some time, go into nature, spend some time with nature. Also, prioritize yourself, your health, your have self time, and I also want the world to have a new narrative of Liberia, because the young people in Liberia are not child soldiers anymore. They are change makers. Thank you very much for the platform.
Thank you very much, Charles and Steve, for joining me. And thank you to all the listeners out there listening to all the amazing words Steve and Charles have shared. So thank you everyone for listening, and I'll see you next time. Bye.